The first thing we should be clear about is what we mean by iBook. It's not the laptop Apple used to sell, either the Barbie toilet seat one or the white one that came later, although those were both called iBooks. And it's not a generic term for any old book you get by downloading, like onto your Kindle. Those are ebooks. But an iBook, created using the Apple program iBook Author, is very different from most ebooks. Think of it as a big container filled with all kinds of content, video clips and music clips and text and animations and things you interact with. It's very much like an app, but it's not an app. Apps require long nights of coding and apparently copious amounts of vodka and Red Bull. iBook Author, on the other hand, is drag and drop. You can use one of the free templates or make something all your own. In fact, we made a little iBook to accompany this presentation by simply sitting down and making one. No training, just a few glances now and again at the manual. Our little iBook asks, of course, what is an iBook? What are the pros and cons? How do I make one? What's it going to cost? And where do I go for more information? But of course, what we all really want to see is what an iBook can do. So to show you that, I'm going to use this iBook published by NBC TV to promote its series Grimm. A free download from the iBook Author section of the iTunes Music Store. It's almost 500 megs, so right away you know there's going to be some serious media content in there. Now I'll open it on the new iPad and you'll see a splash screen with theme music. Then it automatically takes you to a how-to page. You learn that you can navigate either by swiping or by using thumbnails at the bottom. You also learn there are clickable links and plenty of places to explore. So we'll swipe over to Chapter 1 and sure enough, I've got links and thumbnails. I haven't watched this show before and I want to catch up on what happened in Season 1, so I click on this thumbnail and up pops a QuickTime movie to catch me up.
Have you ever read a story that was so strange, so hard to believe? You knew it must be true.
You'll notice that this movie is already preloaded on my iPad, so I can scrub through it at high speed if I want. The importance of this can't be overlooked. No buffering, no stuttering playback. Viewers hate that on your website, and iBook Author eliminates it. NBC hopes this preview has whetted my appetite for more, so on the next page it offers me a chance to download a free episode if I'm internet connected, which I am. So off to the iTunes Music Store it takes me. Next page hyperlinks to all the episodes so far. Imagine having your team spend a whole day creating this page for your website. Then imagine doing it yourself on iBook Author in 30 minutes. In Chapter 2, we get to see some of the fun interactivity that's possible with iBook tools. Of course, a creepy trailer is an integral part of the show, and by clicking on the trailer door, we get to have a good look around at our own pace. Now, it's not QuickTime VR panoramic, but don't worry, that's coming. Next is a journal of the story timeline and the characters, and isn't it just so much more fun than reading text on a page? So much more tactile with the ability to touch and move things around. This flowchart gives you a little more help understanding who's who, and again it demonstrates layers of interactivity as you can click on words and use the pop-up glossary, and sometimes the links contain even more links to help you find out more. Now, if you are wondering, like me, why NBC would choose this format, the iBook format, out of a whole universe of choices, the Grimm Gallery gives you a pretty good clue. Grimm has a lot of characters. Basically, they saw that viewers like characters who transform into vampires in an instant, so why not kick that up about 30 notches? In this clip, one of the cops explains how this process happens, but it's just an excuse to show off some of their special effects shots. With so many characters to keep track of course, a portable guide is the obvious solution. And some nice extra touches here, like the 3D rotoscopes of the characters. There it is. After this, you can take a little quiz, a nice use of one of the HTML widgets. Lucky guess there. There's the obligatory Meet the Cast section, but think how useful this could be if we were publishing an iBook about a research project. The researcher bios could all go right here. Another photo gallery, this time behind the scenes action, and a cute time lapse of one of the characters getting his makeup. Now this would not be something you'd want to put on a website because one stutter in playback kills the whole experience. But here, it's flawless. After some Q&A with the cast and a sneak preview of the upcoming season, you get a chance to email the authors. Click the link and up pops a blank email. Could not be easier to get feedback from your constituents than this. Now, iBook Author is explicitly a tool to make textbooks. So ask yourself again, why would NBC invest all the time and effort into making an iBook if it didn't see that this type of container is the best yet devised to deliver an entire array of content in a way that's compelling, self-contained, and portable, unshackled from the web? So check out our PDF and let us know if you have any questions about the eye-catching, low-cost phenomenon that is the iBook.